Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner were both involved with Diddy. Kris had been helping Diddy with church money. I have Kim's videotape that was found in Diddy's mansion. In the tape, Kim is seen doing a sacrifice. Kim is going to be arrested soon because that videotape is now with the FBI.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
I'm just not with all that flicky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
Kim Kardashian allegedly had some videotapes and audio tapes that was actually recovered in the raid at P. Diddy's home.
Fun. Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. You do. But we've been known to party with you.
Things just got insane. 50 Cent recently delivered a bombshell that set the internet on fire. He uploaded a never-before-seen video of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West at one of Diddy's crazy parties, and let's just say it's not looking good for either of them. According to rumors, this film wasn't just any random clip. It was the same recording the government reportedly obtained during the raid on Diddy's properties. But while the authorities kept everything secret, 50 Cent vowed to make sure the public saw everything. In the footage, Kim is apparently right in the center of things, helping Diddy out in what appears like some nefarious conduct. If this proves out to be true, it may really place her in hot trouble.
We're closing in on Kim Kardashian. The FBI investigation, initially a tremor threatening her carefully constructed image, has morphed into a full-blown earthquake threatening to engulf her entire empire. Leaked information paints a picture of a woman who allegedly used a seductive facade to mask a ruthless ambition.
And Kanye? He's not off the hook either. Just a few days ago, he turned up to court wearing an all-white attire, trying to support Diddy like nothing had happened. This is the same person who previously branded Diddy a snitch and said he was collaborating with the authorities. So what changed? Why is Kanye suddenly defending someone he used to label a government informant? Well, according to 50 Cent, it all goes back to Kim. He's suggesting Kim was more immersed in Diddy's freak-off world than anybody realized, and Kanye was right there with her. The film purportedly shows Diddy grinding on Kim in a restroom as Kanye is off to the side kissing another guy. Yeah, you heard it correctly. This drama is off the charts.
Kanye West and Busta Rhymes at Diddy's New Year's party in Miami.
Even when the footage initially showed online, large media outlets began to take attention. But before the news could erupt, Kris Jenner did her typical Kardashian PR magic. And just like that, poof, it disappeared from the headlines. But 50, he's not letting it go. He's connecting the links and letting it all out online, piece by piece. Now, if what he's suggesting is true, the ramifications may be huge. We're talking about a possible collapse of the whole Kardashian brand right alongside Diddy's enterprise. And love him or loathe him, you've got to acknowledge 50 Cent has never been caught up in that mess. He's been warning people for years, so maybe it's time to start listening.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was asking to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see
He
this.
said, see it.
Nah, you see this. They want to act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
No.
Now, if you've been living under a rock, let me bring you up, since what's occurring between P. Diddy, the Kardashians, and Kanye West is straight up insane. Recently, the internet erupted as reports began flying about what happened at one of Diddy's famed parties. And no, this isn't simply tabloid gossip. This contains leaked film, disturbing witness statements, and even apparent ties to criminal investigations. So here's what's got everyone talking. Sources are reporting that inside one of Diddy's private toilets at one of his freak-off parties, Kim Kardashian was supposedly being dry-humped against a wall by Diddy himself. Yes, Kim, who was still dating Kanye West at the time. While Kanye was out doing his own thing, his wife was in the bathroom getting close with another guy. And not just any individual, but one who's now facing severe federal pressure. It gets worse. An old interview film appeared of Method Man from Wu-Tang Clan when he claimed seeing Kanye at one of Diddy's parties, looking quite out of place.
I just have anxiety. Are you sure it's safe here?
Yeah, it's safe there. I promise you. Look, I went through the same thing. I promise you.
That wouldn't be so strange. Only Kanye recently turned up to Diddy's federal court appearance a few days earlier in full support, dressed in all white. He was even received by Diddy's son, Christian Combs, like some sort of distinguished guest. Which raises the question, why is Kanye now backing someone he previously said was collaborating with the feds? Well, 50 Cent could have the solution. And in classic 50 flair, he's not holding back. He shared an AI-edited picture of himself in white, ridiculing Kanye's court suit and pouring shade at Kanye's current wife, Bianca. In the caption, 50 said, "We're wearing white for the freak-offs. Should have brought your tiny wife with that Grammy outfit too." Savage. But he didn't stop there. He also made another attack when Kanye showed up in court, stating that's why Kanye is supporting Diddy, because his wife was out in Vegas with that little dirtbag. LOL. That's a clear allusion to something much crazier, a testimony from a lady who went by Jane Doe throughout Diddy's court appearances. She stated that a prominent rapper and his girlfriend joined her and Diddy at a strip club, then went back to a hotel where things became pretty dark. The anonymous rapper reportedly made a pass on her after she exposed herself. Jane Doe called him a great icon and close friend of Diddy's. And guess who 50 Cent is implying that rapper is? Yep, Kanye.
Kanye, do you think the Illuminati is behind this attack on Diddy?
According to 50, the whole Kardashian family, notably Kim and Kris, were never simply partygoers. He's saying they helped Diddy recruit victims. And he's not stating this for clout. He says he's got the receipts. He's even working on a new documentary where he pledges to reveal it all, and he believes it's going to smash records when it debuts. And that's not all. 50 is bringing Kris Jenner into the flames too. He's calling out her church, the California Community Church, which she started back in 2009.
Is when a Christian, instead of cursing, they say, "I'm gonna pray for you." All my Christians out there know when people do that, but they're really being condescending.
The Kardashians and Jenners don't really strike me as an overly religious group of people. So why did Kris Jenner found this church in California?
Okay, I see where this one's going. Because they're tax exempt. Gotcha.
She really has a monthly membership fee of $1,000 to be a member of her church, and you have to give 10% of your income to it, a tithe, like we're in the Middle Ages.
People have long suspected that this church could be more about evading taxes than sharing the gospel. Why? Because churches in the US don't require to pay taxes or publicly divulge financial data. It's the ideal cover if you want to conceal millions. Kim has mentioned in interviews that she contributes 10% of her money to the church every year. If she earns roughly $80 million a year, that's $8 million going into a little suspicious-looking building. Add in her sister's donations, and we're talking $50 million coming into a so-called church that looks more like a dentist's office. Make it make sense. While the Kardashians adore talking about spirituality online, they're never spotted visiting this church. Instead, they go to Hillsong or Kanye's old Sunday service. So why not worship at their own church? Maybe because, as many people increasingly think, it may not even be a legitimate church. According to a story by The Guardian, Kris Jenner took over a church named Life Change Community Church and rebranded it in 2009. It was registered as a nonprofit charity. Seems respectable, right? But here's where it gets shady. Members apparently must pay a $1,000 monthly fee and give 10% of their revenue. Since it's a registered charity, Kris and the family enjoy tax write-offs. The contributed money effectively loops back to them. Whenever a Kardashian wants a tax benefit, they contribute to Kris's church, and bam, the money remains in the family. Tax papers reveal that Kim previously made Kris's church the official receiver of her eBay auction earnings. In 2012, the church raked in about $20,000. In 2013, roughly $45,000. Suspicious, right? Oh, but it gets worse. According to insiders close to 50 Cent, while working on his Tell-All Diddy documentary, his crew unearthed even deeper truths. Those church contributions weren't only for tax reasons, they were reportedly used to pay off and hush Diddy's victims. If accurate, it implies Kim and Kris weren't simply escaping taxes, they were aiding cover-up crimes.
According to insiders, Kris allegedly orchestrated countless rendezvous between Kim and A-listers, thrusting her into the spotlight at a tender age and blurring the lines between motherhood and exploitation. But hold on to your hats, because we're just scratching the surface. As if exploiting her daughters weren't enough, Kris's tangled web of deception extends even further, intertwining with the scandalous world of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy. And guess what? It's all about to come crashing down around her.
At Hillsong Church Home. Are they the same church? I thought that he left Hillsong to do Church Home, or did Hillsong just rebrand as another cult? Church Home. Apparently they're paying off Diddy victims from that slash fund. Bieber might be funding that for them right now. That's so interesting because according to you guys, Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy like literally 24 hours before this raid.
This would place the Kardashians right in the crosshairs of the same legal action that puts Diddy under pressure. Rumors are now flying that Kim covertly worked as Diddy's madam for years, supposedly helping recruit ladies for his bizarre parties. This may explain why Kim unfollowed Diddy on Instagram less than 24 hours before Homeland Security raided his properties in March 2024. And who potentially tipped off the Kardashians? Corey Gamble, Kris's long-term partner and Diddy's close pal, whom Kanye allegedly said was literally CIA. Kanye also declared, "Corey is CIA," during one of his tantrums. Coincidence or not, immediately before the authorities came knocking, the Kardashians abruptly broke relations with Diddy, and Corey apparently warned them. 50 Cent is now connecting all the dots. Diddy, the Kardashians, Kanye, Corey, and even Justin Bieber. Speaking of Bieber, this bit is nasty. There's conjecture that the Kardashians, because of their links to Diddy, may have helped bring a young Justin Bieber into Diddy's world. There's also an alarming recording of Diddy pushing Justin on the phone, demanding, "Why aren't you answering me? I did stuff for you." And if that wasn't enough, throwback footage of Kim with a 16-year-old Bieber has resurfaced.
I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
And calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives. Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
He's adorable. He's 16 years old. I met him at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I guess he had said in an interview that, he had a crush on me, and so I was kind of flirting back and said, "Oh, he's adorable." We met at the dinner. We took a picture together. He Twittered it and said, "Me and my girlfriend Kim." Everyone thought he was being serious, and thousands of teen girls started sending me the craziest messages on Twitter, like, "He's my man, how could you steal him from me? I better not see you in the streets, I'm gonna kill you, we're gonna murder you." Like, they were joking. I mean, they were, 10, 11, 12 years old. I was, not joking, but being silly about it when I was, writing to Justin, like, "Hey, Biebs, your fans are crazy." He wrote back, "Stop, stop harassing Kim. And so it's just been this fun kind of banter back and forth, but
Well, you weren't really afraid.
I was not really afraid, no.
You didn't think a group of 12-year-olds were actually going to take out a hit on you.
I didn't think that I would be murdered by the believers. I think it was all in fun, and they're, everyone's kind of obsessed with Justin Bieber right now.
Back in 2010, Kim and Bieber did a shoot in the Bahamas for Elle magazine. Kim, 29 at the time, was in lingerie, relaxing with an adolescent Bieber who seemed even younger than 16. She joked about him having a crush on her and said if he were 18, she'd date him. They even conducted a flirting beach photo the media applauded as cute. But imagine if a 29-year-old male flirted with a 16-year-old girl on a beach. The outcry would have been quick. She even spoke about the shoot on Lopez Tonight, joking about how Bieber labeled her his girlfriend online. In another Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, Kim revealed she wishes Justin was 18, in front of Kris and Kendall.
What shoot did you do?
I did a shoot in the Bahamas with Justin Bieber.
How old is Justin?
16. During the shoot, Justin said, "Oh, I have a nickname for you." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Cougar."
Does he have a crush on you?
I have no idea.
Do you have a crush on him? Yeah, Kim, do you have a crush on him?
If only he was 18.
18? Wait, you know there's stuff all over the internet about how you're a cougar.
Creepy. But here's the darker theory. People close to 50 Cent believe Kim wasn't attempting to flirt with Bieber. She was apparently dispatched by Diddy to smooth things out after Justin was terrified during his epic 48-hour hangout with Diddy in 2009. Insiders claim Justin was so shocked by what he witnessed that he wanted to leave the profession. That's when Kim was apparently called in to calm him down and tell him everything was all okay. Let it sink in. This would suggest the Kardashians weren't merely socialites, they were actively helping Diddy bury his tracks. Now, if you're wondering why the Kardashians would go this far for Diddy, look at their background. This isn't the first time they've been associated to questionable circumstances. Before reality TV transformed them into a billion-dollar company, the Kardashians were hustling behind the scenes, and not necessarily legally. Kim Kardashian, in particular, has done everything it takes to get money, even if it means getting close to dubious individuals. One early issue was Kim working as a closet organizer for singer Brandy. Sounds simple, yet while working with Brandy, Kim was granted access to her credit card for one allowed transaction. After parting ways, Kim reportedly retained the card details and, together with Khloe and Rob, racked up $120,000 in illicit expenditures. They channeled the stolen money via their Shop, Dash, and Smooch to mask the fraud as business costs. They hoped Brandy's huge spending habits would disguise it, but they misjudged Brandy's mom, Sonia Norwood. She observed the strange transactions and understood they weren't allowed. She attempted to resolve things discreetly, but Kim dragged her feet for nearly a year. That's when Sonia eventually filed a lawsuit. Brandy and Ray J got their mom to drop it, but the harm was done.
Don't scare me, please. What's going on? Like, I can't.
According to Ray J, this issue is what actually destroyed his relationship with Kim, not the pornographic video many imagine. Kim was also related to Joe Low, the Malaysian billionaire behind the 1MDB scam, one of the greatest money laundering operations in the world. Kim partied with him, traveled with him, gambled in Vegas, and even boasted about flying home with a trash bag with $250,000 in cash. Many suspect the money wasn't simply casino gains, but part of Low's illicit activities. Kim successfully evaded accusations, but her habit of questionable connections didn't end. Take Kylie, for example. Remember when Forbes exposed her for misrepresenting about her company's sales to label herself a billionaire? She was knocked off the billionaire list immediately. And although Kim is still officially a billionaire, some are asking if she truly lives like one. In 2022, Kim got in problems with the SEC for promoting Ethereum Max, a questionable coin, without indicating it was a sponsored promotion. That launched a pump and dump scam that damaged fans financially. She was fined $1.26 million. For a so-called billionaire, you'd think she'd be more cautious. Fans are also side-eyeing how frequently she still does Instagram advertising. How many millionaires do paid swipe-ups for protein drinks and makeup? It's providing influencer energy, not mogul conduct. Some feel the Kardashians aren't as affluent as they say. During her marriage to Kanye, insiders claim she never mingled money with him. Kanye kept his bank accounts off limits, and according to People magazine, their money remained separate.
Wait, this Kim Kardashian devoted her life to something, but it certainly wasn't the pursuit of academic excellence. She didn't even go to college, Harvey.
He's offering a description of crazy, but when you start getting in certain areas, they're not going to actually be compassionate for what's going on with him, or because he's not crazy where he doesn't know what he's saying. He knows exactly what he's saying.
There is a Britney Spears connection in the new Diddy lawsuit. Some of the people named were also the ones involved in Britney Spears' conservatorship, and now they are being dragged down with Diddy.
That not only was Corey Gamble extremely close to Kim Porter and Diddy, he was there. He was there when the coroners arrived to Kim Porter's house after 911 was called. Am I crazy? That's Corey Gamble, 100%. Not in the blue, the one right behind him.
If you thought 50 Cent had aired his grievances with Diddy and his purported associates in the entertainment world, you should listen to what he supposedly revealed regarding Kim Kardashian's connections to Diddy. Despite the Kar-Jenner's silence, the kicker in the Diddy scandal is, just one day before Homeland Security showed up at Diddy's home last month, Kim stealthily unfollowed him on Instagram. Am I dreaming? Perhaps not. The internet is going crazy with speculation that someone may have warned Kim to put some space between herself and Diddy before the scandal escalated. Corey Gamble, the dubious lover of Kris Jenner, and Britney Spears' alleged former business manager Lou Taylor are among the individuals being brought into the investigation. And speaking of Corey, get ready for this. Some very disturbing claims have arisen connecting him to the unfortunate demise of Kim Porter, Diddy's ex. Just in case you forgot, Kanye claimed that Corey was a CIA agent. Yeah, there's a lot to digest here, so let's get into it.
Yes, Corey is CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. CIA.
Now, whether Kim Kardashian is regarded an A-lister is questionable, but what's not disputed are her family's strong links to Diddy and his suspected collaborators. And there are two significant linkages between Diddy and the Kardashians that we need to discuss: Lou Taylor and Corey Gamble. So let's start with Lou, since this woman's name keeps coming up in all sorts of questionable Hollywood controversies. Lou Taylor is Britney Spears' former business manager, who was accused of being engaged in Britney's conservatorship and pocketing millions from Britney's estate. Even Britney's mom, Lynn, revealed in her biography that it was Lou who suggested Britney's dad, Jamie, the idea for the conservatorship soon after Britney was placed on the 5150 involuntary holdback in 2008.
As January 22nd approached, according to Lynn's tell-all, Lou Taylor and Britney's father felt God telling them to wait, saying quiet plans had been underway for 6 weeks for Jamie to petition the court for temporary conservatorship of Britney. But it seemed like an impossible dream at that point, with Sam still so entrenched in her life. In fact, Jamie was going to file for the conservatorship on January 22nd, 8 days beforehand, but he and his business manager, Lou, felt God leading them to wait, fast, and pray, despite the frustration of a phalanx of lawyers.
Conspiracy, and back in November 2021, Britney publicly claimed that Lynn and Lou Taylor jointly urged her dad Jamie to commence the conservatorship. But see, Britney isn't the only person Lou Taylor reportedly sought to abuse. Lou is reported to have attempted the same method with several other troublesome young stars, including Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, and Justin Bieber. Lou was also recently accused by Courtney Love of wanting to take over her inheritance, and Courtney slammed Lou on Twitter, calling him a guard dog, an asset, and a spin doctor. Well, it explains why the Kardashians welcomed Lou Taylor as one of their own. Remember when Kanye had that massive issue in 2020 and went to Wyoming alleging that Kim and Kris were attempting to lock him up?